Hello everyone, welcome back to the show. I'm your host, Arwen Herman. We're here at the Jewish Federations of North America General Assembly. This is an incredible event, bringing the community together to learn, connect, and celebrate. Let's take a closer look. Some organizations are good, and some are great. And I've known about what you built for about a year. And there's like this post-October 7th organization, and there's pre-October 7th. And you fall into the pre. And social media is complicated for so many different reasons. And what you've developed is actually transformative. And that when you see content that is hateful, that is wrong, and that can actually shift the minds and hearts of people, we're seeing this incredible lack of understanding of the takedown method. But you've actually done something really interesting, and you've created a model that works. So tell us a little bit about yourself and your organization.
So my name is Tomer Aldoubi, originally from Israel, from Tel Aviv. And as you said, the organization was founded in 2020. And I think this gives us lots of advantage and experience since anti-Semitism since October 7 has been changed mostly into anti-Zionist content. But we have good connections with the social media platforms even before that. So when October started, there was someone for us to talk within the social media platforms. We didn't need to start from scratch. And as you said, social media is complicated, but our removal rate, which is 40% in 2024, is the highest removal rate, an average of 5 leading social media platforms, TikTok and Meta and some others. So I would say it's very complicated to remove content, but once you know how to do it, the social media platforms, they will follow the policy and they will remove the content. If we tell them or ask them or send them some content to review and remove. And the way we work is that we train volunteers. So it's a combination of people, volunteers. You can be a volunteer, everyone can be a volunteer. We have hundreds of volunteers worldwide, and we teach them how they can report content. It's not just about reporting content, it's about reporting the accurate content. The content that the platform would say, okay, that's bad, you are right, I need to remove this because this violates my guidelines. Many people report content, but they don't really know which content violates the guidelines of the platforms. It's like when you go to the police, you would complain about something, but this is not against the law legislation in your country, so why should you go to the police? So we teach them about the policy, and once they report content, sometimes it is removed already. If it's not, they talk with us. And based on our report, whenever we talk with social media platforms, because it's called trusted flaggers, then we are able to remove more content. Each platform removes more content whenever we, as a non-profit organization, that talks with them directly, compared to any private volunteer, including myself. If I was reporting content from my own profile, regardless of the fact of I'm the CEO, they would say, okay, you're just a volunteer, just a private person. We most likely not necessarily going to remove the content compared to working with a non-profit organization.
So I was giving a talk yesterday in New York City, and I was featuring your organization, and the people that were in the room, it was an older crowd, and these people were like, how do I become a volunteer, right? You're creating this community of people that want to be like these digital activists that like are hungry for like the process, right? Like you're simplifying the process for volunteers. They see something that is problematic to be able to actually do something. So talk a little bit about like that volunteer model and some of those successes and like in training these people to actually do the work for the takedown.
Well, our vision is that we can remove content and we want people to know how they can do them themselves. We don't think necessarily the social media platforms are our enemy. Because if TikTok is going to be the best platform for Israelis and Jews, and it might be now in the States, they will move the people that hate us and the racist people, they will move to other platforms. So it's not about social media, it's about us knowing how we can fight back. So once we have new volunteers, we teach them how they can report content, and we created a system. So our system is using also AI tools, and also it allows you very easily to go into our system with your own username and account that is just for you, and you can report content that goes directly to us. because the main idea is that we want the content to be reported in the same way. So if we have hundreds of volunteers, we want them to send us the content as we know that it's most likely to be removed. So I would say with the URL, with the name of the user, with a specific platform or language. So we need to get some information from the volunteers, so we created this system. And this system also allows them to check any content that we find for them. So some people are very happy to report content and find it themselves. Some people prefer to go into our system and monitor the content which is already there. So if we had more volunteers, the accuracy, I would say the accurate content of the AI would be also better.
And I love the fact that like it's like you're building a community, right? Where sometimes it's hard to find a community. Right? It's like one of the hardest things. Like when you think about it, building communities of people of interest, especially when you get even older, like it's hard to find. But what you've done is actually you found this niche in a way of these people who care deeply about this, and then you build upon that. What is your vision? As social media evolves, how do you evolve?
That's a good question. I think, first of all, the most important thing that today we see is mostly about anti-Zionist content. In most of, I would say, Western world, Western Europe, and the United States as well, it's mostly about anti-Zionist content. So we had a huge achievement with Meta when last year they decided to include anti-Zionist content as part of the platform. It's part of the policy today, so they should remove the content. Again, the question is, are they going to remove it, and who's going to enforce them to? So we want to do the same with other platforms. They would include this as part of the policy on TikTok, on X, on other platforms, even like Telegram. I would say another thing is very important to think about is community notes, especially in the United States. In Europe, they have their own legislation, the DSA. It's quite advanced, even more than Israel. We don't have any good legislation in our country. But I would say in the United States, we really need to take care about community notes. We need to teach people how they can use that. And that's even we haven't even started talking about Wikipedia, which is entire. It became a very anti-Semitic website where everybody can say whatever they want about us. But the community notes on Facebook and on X and on TikTok, it's going to be evolved in the United States where people are going to decide if this content should be taken down or not.
Right.
So we need more people on our side, not just from the Jewish community, but more people that want to be trained, that come to us, get the training, all free of charge. We do not, we won't ask money from people who want to be a volunteer. And the last few years, we've been working with the Palm Beach Federation, the Metro West in New Jersey, communities in Canada, in Australia, in Brazil. Many people reached out to us because they were looking for this kind of information.
One of the things that I'm thinking about is I just gave my son a phone, right? And how do you train parents in sort of explaining to kids what they might experience? Do you have something to like help a new parent like have that conversation with a child?
Yeah, well, I do not have children. One day I will have, and I think they were going to use phones, etc.
Right.
Yes. First of all, I really invite anyone to go to our website, FOA antisemitism.org, because we have a series of educational guides. It's, again, free of charge. One of them is about parents and children. So we already created something for parents and children. It's on the website. I would say it's very important to ask your child, the children, which platform they're using, and many of them use, like I would say, gaming platforms. So we got Reddit, Discord, but also gaming platform. Today they play online with users they do not know, and they say they are from Israel or they say they are Jews with a Jewish name.
Mm-hmm.
They will get lots of anti-Semitism within the gaming platforms. So I would say ask your child which platform they use. Is it TikTok? Is it Instagram? Is it another one? And teach them about basic advice about the policy, or if maybe you can do something together. Some of our workshops, we are thinking to do parents and children, because the parents usually join our
Right.
workshops and the students also. So we're thinking to combine between the students and their parents, or the parents and their children, to have one workshop for them together. It might be easier for them to talk about these topics when we are there, not just one-on-one.
Right. And I've seen like your success rates, which is incredibly impressive. 50% takedown on TikTok. But there's this story that is sort of resonating with me of this young adult that had, I think, over 300,000 followers, and she was being harassed on social media. and then actually in real life. And then you stepped in to help. So tell us a little bit about that.
So we are trying to, I would say, expand our connections in the United Kingdom, in London, and I was there for a long time. And we got this call online from a Jewish family, Israeli Jewish family in London. Their daughter went to a non-Jewish high school, it's fine, and she got lots of hate against her on TikTok, mostly by her Muslim friends or Muslim colleagues that created fake profiles about her. So they took her name and picture and they published the address and lots of fake information. And they went to the police, the Jewish family, but the police in the UK, in London, it took them lots of time. It wasn't really helpful. And then when they talked with us, we talked directly with TikTok. And it took like 24 hours something to remove all of the accounts. And that's why I'm very thankful for this interview, because more people need to know that if you have anything bad online, you, your children, your parents, anyone, you need to have this kind of organization, us or any other organization that talks with the social media platforms. It's not easy to just find someone who's the relevant one. It's not like anyone can go to TikTok and send an email. Many influencers, for example, recently we had a big influencer conference in Israel with Nefesh B'Nefesh. Because influencers, when the war started, they were blocked on social media platforms because pro-Palestinian people just reported them.
Right.
Even if they were doing amazing job, but pro-Palestinian didn't want them to continue. So because of the algorithm, their accounts were blocked for sometimes weeks. So they talked with us, and after we kind of gathered a few dozens, we said, let's meet all together and give you some solutions how you can, So that's what we want.
Relationships matter.
Exactly. We want people to know that if you have something bad online, talk with us. Send us an email. We do it because we can and we want to help. That's.
And so, if people want to learn more about your organization or sign to be a volunteer, where do they go?
I would say that you can look on Instagram, fighting online antisemitism on Instagram, on LinkedIn, or you can go to the website, which is FOA Antisemitism, like foantisemitism.org, and you will find a way to volunteer. We also have online workshops. Now the last cycle of this project is going to end, but we'll start in next year another cycle. So it's online workshops of different topics, and you can register and join whenever you have time. Usually it's also good for American people, for I would say Western, Eastern Coast, and usually from Europe. So people can join and learn, and I would say just free, and you should do it,
Great.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, and we look
Thank you
forward
very
to your
much.
future successes.
Thank you very much.
As you can see, the Jewish Federation of North America General Assembly is an opportunity to experience sessions and networking events, and really just to connect to people who are interested in making a difference in our community. This is Aaron Herman, and thank you for watching.